Like, if you think like, oh, I just want to listen to you complain more. Well, yeah, you and fucking 30,000 other people.
Else.
What do you think, like, that people have stopped listening to the show because they suddenly found out that we're not as hyped on Stormblood as we were 4 months ago? We were never really on the Stormblood train to begin with. Somebody get us on. Square Enix, get us the fuck on. That's your job. That's your job, and you're failing at it. Like, that's the thing to me, is all of these little Square Enix apologists and Yoshi P apologists come out of the woodwork and want to try to spin some kind of bullshit about why we're the bad guys for not being excited, when we're just on 70% of the community sentiment, and we're the only ones that have the balls to say it. Other shows won't even bother to say it. They're going to try to drum up all the positives because guess what? They think their bottom line is determined by the success or failure of this fucking game.
All right, here.
Which, in reality, their bottom line isn't determined by the success or failure of this game because they don't have a bottom line yet.
All right, Azuma and MRUA, no, I don't want you guys to call up and convince us. I don't want you to call up and give us a reason to play, okay? Azuma, you're saying this stuff appeals to you. All I want you to do is tell us why it appeals to you.
Yeah.
You don't even have to convince us. Just call up and give me an opinion, okay? That's all I want. Just give me an opinion. I like this because... and then fill in the blank, okay? You can say we're just sitting here shitting all over it, but we've been drawing parallels to 2.55, which we liked. We told you why we liked it. We told you what it accomplished, how it made us feel. We gave you reasons, just like we're giving you reasons why we don't like what we've been seeing. So cool, you like it. Great, I believe you. Why?
And this is all.
Know what we're yelling about.
And this is all subjective. It's always been subjective. It's all opinion.
This isn't right or wrong. Just tell us why you like it.
Yeah, it's so funny because so many people who tune in and they throw a fit like that. They go, "Oh, well, you're spreading misinformation about the game." Well, no, actually, we're not. We're expressing our sentiment about the game. That's not information. That's an opinion. And sorry, you don't like the opinion, but that's not why 170 people tune into the show. That's not why 25,000 people download this show. They don't want to be lied to. And if we started lying to them, guess where our numbers would be? They would be a lot less than what we're currently pulling in now. Because people, our audience trusts us with, trusts us to know what the fuck we're talking about. And to come out here and to not lie and to not go, well, Square Enix is the greatest thing that's ever happened. Listen, wipe Yoshi P's cock smell out of your asshole for a second and just realize the fact that the majority of people who are paying the sub for this game are not happy with it. A lot of them are calling the show to express it. 4 of them sit behind these microphones every fucking week. Whether you want to put us as the standard bearer for FF14's community or not, that doesn't matter. We reject that title. We've always rejected that title. But the people who listen to us and the people that support this show financially or just with their ears, they know that every time we open this mic, that every time we come on this show, we're going to give them what our actual opinion is, not what we think is going to be the most palatable to the most listeners. That's what other channels do. That's what other shows do. And they do that to try to either save face or to try to save the game that they think that they're attached to. We've done that once already. And it's not fun, it's not satisfying, and it's not the show that we wanted to build. So, you know what? If you think that, okay, that's fine, that the content is engaging for you, yeah, okay, fine. Justify it a little bit more. Go the extra step. Give us an actual reason why. Because we have outlined plenty of reasons that we're dissatisfied. We have given you plenty of examples of ways that not just Square Enix, but other companies have done this better. And in the end, if Square Enix wanted to take anything that we said seriously on this show, because we know that they don't, they could end up seeing a better product because of it. Not because we're some sort of fucking game-building geniuses, but because they would be listening to and measuring the sentiment of their strongest defenders. Their strongest, the strongest parts of their audience. The people who are most engaged with FF14 are the people who will listen to this show, or really any other FF14 podcast. If you're involved enough, if you're engaged enough to go out and seek a talk show out about the game that you're playing, about the MMO that you're playing, that says to me that you're really engaged and you're really committed to the product. And that those are the people that Square Enix should be paying attention to. Not these whiny little cocksuckers on forums going, oh, this content's too hard. Steps of Faith is too hard.
All right, here's a real reason. Marin V from the chat says they can't call in, but one of the redeeming factors of Stormblood for them is that they're excited that the whole overall narrative is finally being turned back around to Garlemald as the threat.
And you know what? I'll
That's
give
fair.
you that one. That's
fair.
totally valid, because Garlemald has sort of been taking a back seat ever since the transition from 1.0 to 2.0. Ever since we dispatched Van Darnus.
Yep.
You know, it really, Garlemald really hasn't played that much of a role.
Ever since we met that new emperor, and it's like, haha, I'm here in the Sea of Clouds.
Right, yeah.
I'm gone.
Well, you're right.
Not to mention even Hydrus, right?
Yeah.
He was cool. Some of the stronger characters from Heavensward have been Garleans. So no, Marin V, absolutely right. That is one of the reasons to look forward to. Now, given the direction they've been taking some of the narrative, I don't know that they're going to do it effectively.
See, but that point makes me just kind of want to go, okay, well, then I'll skip Stormblood and I'll come back into the Garlemald expansion that comes next.
And that just goes back to what I was saying earlier, is when's the last time the Garleans did something that would make me angry with them? I'm excited to see more
All
of
right,
it.
Garlean sympathizer.
I know.
Well, and that's the thing is, I mean, from everything that we've heard from Yoshi P, Xenos is supposed to be that villain.
He's gonna be a bastard, yeah.
Yeah, he's really, he's really supposed to get under our skin.
Their gender.
I did.
She is going to be a great villain.
Drea brings up a good point too. She says that she's probably more excited about Stormblood than excited.
Curious.
Curious, because there's no expectation. She says, don't get me wrong, the lack of excitement at the end is a bummer, but this is the first time that we really know nothing about what's going to happen, and maybe people are disenchanted because there isn't much concrete things to go on.
First of all, I don't think that if that's what they're doing, that's the best way to carry a narrative over in between expansions.
I do agree as well.
If that's what they're doing, I don't think that's what they're doing, because there is setup for things. There is setup for the Omega confrontation. There is setup for Alamigo. There is setup even for on a character building basis for Yida and Lise. So you do have some setup that is happening there, but the thing is that none of it is as satisfying as what was set up in 2.5. That's, I think, really what we're getting to, is that 2.55 really got us ready for the next expansion in a big way, and drummed up a lot of excitement in a big way that Heavensward just isn't. And the thing is, again, I'm totally willing to cop to that. It just might be me and my own cynicism surrounding, Weeby McWeberton, that just might be me, but it's not just me, is the point, is that we've heard from caller after caller that, they're also concerned about, Meterman just talking about how concerned they were for 4.0. We see a lot of people in the chat that are very concerned with the direction that Stormblood is going to be taking, and you just don't see the amount of people engaged in FF14 that you used to. You're not seeing the amount of people logged on. You're not seeing the amount of people engaging in any kind of activities, whether they be through Duty Finder, Party Finder, or the cross-server Raid Finder. None of that shit is popping.
Yep.
Well,
all right, again, I have to call him out. I have to call him out because, again, he's not even doing what we're asking or trying to. Azuma, we don't even... All right, look, you don't even...
Say what he said. Say what he said. Give him context.
Read what he says. He says, can't call in, but I don't think SE is the problem. I think if you're unhappy, then maybe you're too entitled. When you have your own IP, you can direct it in the way you want, but for now it's SE's property and Yoshi P's direction. That's fine. We fucking get that. Azuma, you're hyped for Stormblood? If the answer is yes, I want you to type out. Type out. Why are you hyped?
No, the only response that he's going to have is that you're entitled for even questioning his hype. You're entitled.
What was your favorite part of Stormblood?
Kahlo, shut up.
Come on.
No, shut the fuck up, Kahlo. You're entitled.
Fuck.
Kahlo, that you're clearly entitled. You want something that is impossible for Square Enix to achieve, even though they achieved it just one expansion ago. You're just setting out the impossible.
Yeah.
It's Yoshi P's game. It's Square Enix's game. They get to run it how they want.
They're running it into the ground.
But that's what they want.
No. You don't get to have an opinion because...
I need to check my privilege.
Because, yeah. No. You're entitled. You're entitled. You have been put in a place of privilege because of your position on this show.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
You've been put in a place of privilege, and so I totally understand.
Does this not make me a community leader? As a community figure, do I not get to make these demands and these assertions? But I think I have more of a place to make these assertions than Azuma does because I'm in a place of power.
That's right.
Excuse you. You are a community figure, so you need to represent the community and make a safe environment for everyone to enjoy.
Exactly. See, here's the thing: is that you're not the mouthpiece for Azuma. You're not stating every single opinion that they hold and how they hold it, and so that makes you entitled.
You're
Kahlo,
right.
that makes you entitled.
You're right. You are absolutely right. So Azuma, give me one of your opinions, and I will champion that cause.
There you go.
Give me an opinion, and I will champion it.
There you go.
Kahlo Landis is your champion.
Yoshi P's dick tastes like Skittles. That's what your opinion is.
What kind?
He has to say that though.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
What kind
Hopefully
of
not the
Skittles?
sour Skittles.
Oh, I love the sour Skittles.
No,
Yeah, but not coming
What
out
about the
someone's dick.
tropical
No.
ones?
The berry flavored Skittles.
Those are
yeah,
bad.
the wild.
Those are so bad.
the wild berry.
That's gross.
Okay,
Not just
you know
not just
what?
berry. Wild.
Notorious BLT brings up what I'm most excited for about Stormblood because this never lets us down. The music, the soundtrack.
That's true.
That's
Soken
fair.
always fucking delivers.
So yeah, no matter what, even if I don't buy Stormblood,
I'll buy the soundtrack too.
I will buy.
Yeah,
I
you're
am
right.
buying Stormblood. I know it's.
If
fine.
I check out a Stormblood at 4.0, I'll still get the soundtrack.
Yeah, I'm absolutely still buying the soundtrack, hands down, no questions asked, because you know that it's going to be good. Let's go back to our phone lines and talk to Take from the Ferry server. What's up, Take?
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Of course, yeah. What's up?
Where do I start? Okay,
From the
gents,
beginning.
Just sit back, just buckle up. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Okay.
With your bird?
I was gonna
Okay,
say whatever
nah.
that is, lube it up.
Okay, Square Enix, if you can hear me, and I know you're in chat somewhere, this is a narrative I just came up with, which you can have for free. Kill the Scions.
Yes.
Kill most of them.
I think that
The narrative.
they missed that
No,
opportunity, though. I think that they
No, no,
did.
no,
Like they
no.
had the opportunity to kill him
In
off, and they just
4.0,
missed
I
it.
don't know how. Kill Elfinor. Kill, I don't know, Yustola. Kill half of them. I mean, Elise can take over. I mean, just make a really good narrative. I mean, as much as we like the gameplay and the raids, the narrative is what keeps us going. And the narrative has to be really good. And, I mean, fucking Yoshi P, get your head out of your ass. Make a really, really good story in 4.0. Don't just give it to the casuals. Fuck the casuals.
No,
And
I
also,
think.
Also, I have a criticism for you guys. I think you guys are just being not cynical enough.
You hear that?
Whoa!
Hang on. Just a second, Take.
Can we get a drop of that?
I just want to hang on this point for just a second.
You want us to add more
You
salt?
hear that, Azuma, or whatever the fuck your stupid name is? You hear that, Azuma? We're not being cynical enough. And I also like that, vulgarity isn't a fucking substitute for fucking humor. Go fuck yourself. That it's not a fucking substitute for humor.
You're right.
I don't think he knows what the fuck he's fucking
It's
talking
not a
fucking about.
substitute for humor. It is humor.
It is. That's right.
Now, I know people are probably going to go and say, "Fuck this guy. He has no right to say that."
They're already saying it.
I've done every single content in this game. Everything, Savage, everything. I have an opinion, and much more better than most of you in chat. that this game is fucked.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. Unless they make it better in 4.0.
I have a test. I have a test. You've done every content in this game.
How many Lords of Reminion tournaments have you won?
Show me the penguin you got from Lords of Reminion.
That's not content.
Called you out.
But he's not wrong. That's not content.
No. But here's the thing. But under that reductive logic, you can't have opinions about anything because you haven't experienced everything.
Ooh, I totally burned you.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
No, but look, and you know what? You bring up a great point. That like there's that whole fallacy that like, oh well, you guys aren't really engaged with the game, so therefore your opinions don't matter, and that really is just a convenient way to sidestep somebody's actual point that they're making. Like all Azuma really shot back with was, well, everything that they're developing seems really interesting to me. Well, that's nice. Have you not been playing this game for 2 fucking years? Because guess what? This is already the shit that we've been playing for 2 years. So if there are some of us here that aren't as enthused about it as you are, having 6 months under your belt, then that's probably why, because it's the same shit over and over again. I don't understand how, if you've been playing this game for for long enough, or as long as we have, how you could look at this same treadmill of content that they have coming out, that they're going to trot out here in a couple of months, and go, yeah, this is acceptable. I don't understand, dude.
Yeah. I also have a few predictions for what 4.0 might bring.
Okay.
I think we're going to have Bahamut 4.0. So it's going to be a reskinned Coil. And Omega is just going to be a trash mob in the 24-man.
If they did that, I'd actually be kind of into that.
Well, Ivalice is going to be the 24-man, right?
No. And also, everyone at the start of the expansion will get their max level relics, and weight tier weapons will be redundant.
Will you write story episodes for us?
Hang on.
Can you write our outlines for us?
Just to clarify though, with your prediction on the relic weapon, what you're saying is that we would have the ability to enhance it to its max level all the way out of the
No. It's gonna be in the main story quest, and we'll get it straight away. It's gonna be fully upgraded. No work needed, because you know what?
No, that's stupid.
Just give it to the casuals. I mean, that's the direction. That's the direction Yoshi P is going with.
I understand why you would say. Look, I understand what the decisions in this game have been, especially during Heavensward, that would lead you to that conclusion. But the thing is I think that Yoshi P's he's not a dumb person, and he's made some bad decisions, but he hasn't made catastrophically bad decisions, which is why he's still in the position that he's in. So the fact that he's not making catastrophically stupid decisions, to me, says that they may actually be able to address some of the problems with the relic weapon in the 4.0 stage. If it's just a gimme, if it's just a thing that you get through completing the MSQ, I don't see that, dude. I don't see that at all. I think what they need to do, especially with the relic weapon, is they need to make it upgradable to its max level right out of the gate.
It should take you forever to do it.
Yeah, the amount of ass grind that you're gonna have to do is gonna be fucking ridiculous.
That way, butt stunts with it.
That way, yeah, exactly. That way, you get these sort of OCD P1 players back into the pool that are playing obsessively and poop socking to be able to get their ultimate weapon right out of the gate, and then they'll check out for 6 months. That's what I think would lend Square Enix, that would actually get them a little bit more sub money. That would get them subs for a longer period of time, because of course there's going to be those people who go half the distance and then they can't pull the trigger on canceling their sub, because what if I find the free time to go back and poop sock the other half? It is legitimately one of the smarter ways to organize your content right out of the gate, so that you're hitting people and keeping them subbed for longer.
Man, I really hope they do that. I really hope they just make enough content to keep us going the entire time. I mean, it's not okay for Yoshi to go and say, if you've got nothing to do in game, go play another game. How can you say that? You're a developer. You should be constantly thinking of making your game, keeping your subs engaged in the game, not just saying, okay, just play for 2 months and then go and play something else.
Right. Well, and they've also stated that they're going to attach the next relic weapon to Eureka as well. So, I
3.0.
Yeah, I honestly think like if you make it a ridiculous grind, a ridiculous ass grind, then and you're also shoving people into Eureka, I think that might be the smart way to do it. But the thing is that it's got to have that reward there. You've got to dangle out that reward there, and I think that having your ultimate, like you're working on your ultimate weapon, and instead of releasing the next stage of the weapon with a patch, that you're just easing the requirements as patches go on and progress, so that by the end of it, all of the stages are much more reasonable, as opposed to this crazy ass grind that you've got to do. I think that that's a much smarter way to do it. And other MMOs have done this in the past, and it's been incredibly successful for them. So I don't know why Square Enix continues to do it piecemeal, with every patch getting a different, getting another minor upgrade to your final weapon. Thanks for the call, Take. We appreciate it. If you want to call Limit Break Radio on Skype, 810-515-8715, limitbreakradio.com/Discord. We have got just a